Kreischer's life is falling apart.
Oh my God. 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 Holy
Is he getting sucked off in VR right now? Honestly, I'm a little jealous.
Okay.
Tom, this is incredible. God, Tom, this is insane. This is the greatest thing I've ever.
She's gawking it. She's glorping it. She's hitting it with the vacuum seal.
Is watching adult footage in virtual reality.
She's sucking my and Tom, I have
Honestly, this is kind of funny.
abs. Oh, now I'm her. Oh, hold on.
You don't have to thrust. You can just watch.
No, it's kind of cool. I'm on the same timing he is. I wish you could touch her. Tom, this is next level.
Pretty cool stuff.
You should bring this to Riyadh with you.
Did Bert Kreischer say no to Riyadh, the Saudi Arabian comedy festival of a lifetime? The blood money event? He's getting brownie points in my book if he said no.
Kreischer is falling apart, and not in the fun, chaotic party animal way he likes to pretend. This is a slow, sad kind of unraveling that requires an intervention. Bert has finally completed his transition from 50-year-old frat boy into the fat, creepy uncle with a heart problem, and the numbers don't lie. His episodes of Two Bears are tanking compared to Tom's, not to mention the Summer Bears takeover that crushed them both. At first I thought this was just a hangover from Chrissy and Stubby. Now I've realized that this is the new normal for Two Bears, One Cave. It's just getting harder and harder to laugh with Bert when the only thing left to laugh at is his desperation. You've probably heard by now that
it feels like the audience no longer laughs with them, but actually at them.
His latest running gag on the podcast is that they're starting an OF page and Bert plans to manage the talent.
Bert is peak comedy midwits will never understand. I agree. I also realized that when we cover body cam footage here on kick.com/Philion, there's a certain breed of people that love authority. They love the law. They love men in uniforms. Did you know that noise ordinances actually exist for a reason? I'm with the cops on this one. Fuck around, find out. Oh my God.
And then there's the whole VR headset obsession.
They can't even sniff irony
he's been going through that you guys saw in the intro there, plus all this other creepy shit he's been saying and doing lately. I'm going to take you through all the details, but behind the scenes there are a couple of things going on in Bert's personal life that we all predicted. Bert's wife and kids cannot stand him anymore, and it's all starting to fall apart.
There's no way. How are you privy to that information? Dude's marriage is in the toilet. His kids hate him.
But speaking of the Riyadh Comedy Festival, if you want to see my full breakdown and commentary on the collapse of comedy, how Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K., Tom Segura, Andrew Schultz, Tim Dillon, Mark Normand, and a bunch of other comedians all got exposed for being greedy hypocrites.
Bunch of bozo clowns.
Make sure you check out the link in the description to my Patreon, where you'll find a bunch of uncensored exclusive content, including a video I'm working on right now about Theo Von's crash out.
I feel like Theo Von is a CIA operative. His lore, his backstory makes no sense.
Also, a quick shout out to all of you who have gone over to my new channel, More Cringe, and subscribed. You guys are the best, and I wanted to let you know how much...
If these dumbass comedians can sell out arenas, so can Phil. So true. If you're not the hero in your own story, if you're not constantly shouldering massive amounts of risk, are you even alive?
I appreciate you supporting everything I do. Like I said though, Bert's personal life is starting to fall apart. Finally, his drinking and eating have caught up to him, and his wife has had enough.
I haven't seen our cat Our cat lives upstairs.
You never go upstairs?
I don't.
What risk am I shouldering? Clearly you haven't been paying attention. I'm on the brink of starting a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. But we got to keep it under wraps. Only real ones know.
It's an allergy haven up there.
So you just stay on the ground floor?
I stay on the ground floor. Leanne lives upstairs. I live downstairs. Yeah. Like if I just had the upstairs, it would be better because I could keep it the way I had the upstairs for a while. When in our sleep divorce, I had the upstairs. I had the screening room.
What's the sleep divorce?
We're in a sleep divorce. We don't sleep together anymore.
Really?
He has severe water retention. He's got to be full-blown type 2. Dude, that's peak physical performance as a man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, we're
Is this because of your snoring?
yeah, by snoring and throwing up in my throat while I sleep. It's a lot of things.
God.
Listening to podcasts. You know, I have a
The
specific way.
CPAP working or no?
I don't believe in those. So I had the
What a Chad.
upstairs for a while, and dude, no.
Tom's zest levels increase daily. Yeah, what is with that? I thought TRT and millions of dollars was supposed to make you more locked in.
Girls are gone. I got a balcony. I slept in the screening room. I turned on a documentary.
You
to go to
slept
sleep.
in your screening room?
I slept in my
After you
screening. I
sleep?
loved it. What I did is I got too comfortable.
He forgot about the getting jacked part of working out. Many such cases. He's going through male menopause.
10 pillows, and I just made myself like a Jabba the Hutt layer. Like
Yeah, that's
just
kind of awesome.
just
That
yeah, a jack off whenever the I wanted. So I'd hear her coming upstairs. Yeah, it's like being in high school.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was awesome.
Did you put on porn in the screening room?
I've never watched in the screening room. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to get those goggles.
You can't be watching porn. If I find out you guys are gooning on a regular basis, you're kicked out, excommunicated from the Church of Third Eye. You must be retaining your mana. This is your masculine life force. You must alchemically transmute it into productive energy.
That way.
The VR stuff? It's the
Yes.
best experience.
Imagine watching porn. Think about it. You're looking at other naked men and watching. That means you're gay and a cuckold.
I've ever had.
You've done
in
it?
that regard. Yeah. The meta one, whatever.
Is 400? How much is it?
$500.
Hey, send Kyle to go buy one. I want to try today.
Yeah, it's really good.
If you have no girlfriend, watching another man bang a girl isn't the answer.
So, just to recap, Bert's wife created an allergy haven upstairs, scented candles,
Once you brought that up to me, I stopped watching it. Good.
essential oils, down pillows covered in cat hair, hyperallergenic mattress covers, all to keep Bert and his reflux snoring the fuck away from her. And can you really blame her? I wouldn't want to wake up next to Bert while he's Jimi Hendrixing at 3 a.m. Honestly, my only question is, why did it take her so long? It was only a matter of time until even the
I wonder how much of this is just a bit to make it seem like his life is an absolute train wreck so that he can maintain any sort of fleeting attention just for that much while longer.
money wasn't enough to save Bert's marriage. And who is Bert kidding? She's definitely got some 30
I think while watching porn, blood is needed elsewhere, no? Yeah. When I get boners, I just get retarded. There's no blood in my brain at all. I just become comatose.
5-year-old toy boy climbing into that wellness sanctuary every night.
Whoa, what's going on here? Today on Wife of the Party podcast, I sit down with my trainer, Mikkel Jenkins. We talk about growing up Southern Baptist, what I've learned from Mikkel, waking up at 4 a.m., working out versus training, making his own movies, and much more.
While Bert's downstairs crying himself to sleep with another episode
Wait, is this real? Chad, is this real?
of podcast cringe, whispering between sobs, it's true. All of it is true. While his wife is getting her back blown out by his personal trainer up.
Yo, what a fucking savage. Podcast cringe, you salty dog. Huh? Out of fucking pocket.
Stairs. And look, if you think I'm being harsh, just remember, this is all because Bert doesn't believe in CPAP machines. Not because they're uncomfortable, not because they don't work, because he doesn't believe in them. Like it's fucking astrology or some shit. This is the guy who gets multiple vitamin IVs per week, he's on a steady flow of TRT, drinks himself stupid every night and stuffs his face with donuts and burgers, but somehow he thinks that CPAP machines are the conspiracy. This all leads into the VR headset saga. Two middle-aged comedians at the absolute peak of their careers, sitting alone in a studio, edging each other like it's some kind of spiritual bonding exercise. And within seconds, Bert ordered one of his minions to go down the road and fetch him a headset. But Bert still doesn't understand how VR...
It's got to be so fun being a man-child with a ton of money. Everything is like novel. Your entire adult existence is just The equivalent of fast food.
Actually works. The way he talks about it, you'd think he's about to move into the headset. He genuinely believes what he's watching is real. This has massive, I think the strip is into me.
His life must unironically be awesome from his POV. Why would you be on TRT while also living a fat lifestyle? You might as well just go burn your money. I don't understand it. You're taking the fountain of youth and you're offsetting it by just eating yourself to death. At least get swole, not swollen.
Energy.
This is insane. This is This is the future.
Welcome.
Why would you ever date a chick? Why would you
That's
ever
a
go
great
out to
idea.
a bar? Why would you
Yeah.
ever do anything when you can just bang tens for real? I got to try jerking off with it.
Well, not for real. It's virtual.
It feels real.
It feels real.
It feels
That's
real.
why you probably get
Shut
looped
up.
into it.
Let me see what
You
she's
don't-
doing now.
okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna have her doggy style.
Well, I'm going to flip her over.
Okay.
Hey, just shut up, woman. All right, I'm gonna put her to sleep.
Okay.
Dude, I'm ready for a fucking robot chick.
Yeah, they're available, man. You can afford it. You should
I just feel like Tom Segura hates Bert with like a burning passion.
do it.
Dude, you can design them. They're $3,000. Should we make one? Should we make one and fucking bring it? Let's
I mean,
make
it feels
two.
like. Oh, okay.
Would it be creepy if we made them and we made them look like people we know?
But you know what? Bert Kreischer is actually bringing more energy to the table here. If we're talking vibe for vibe, entertainment value, Bert Kreischer is mogging Tom Segura.
Yeah, that'd be super creepy.
And you're like, Sarah Tiana, come over to my house. I want you to meet.
Absolutely, dude's a machine. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine getting outshined by a lol cow.
My robot chick. And she's like, wow.
This is a really good idea for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Shout out to Sarah T.
the coolest thing I've ever
She's
seen.
Thrilled. So was that your first time
It's
watching?
my first
her
time.
right
I've
now?
held off all week. I've seen
moment.
Turns out it's actually better to be cringe and insufferable than lame and boring.
I've seen in it, but it's just
And remember, Tom's whole identity is being the rich guy, but Bert makes more money. There's a lesson in there.
it's like you're watching a that
Oh.
interactive one is
Yeah.
crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I would like that I've always said this for a long time, but
I hate the straight man routine Tom settled into with this like smarmy smile thing. He used to be funny like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I think he got one-shotted by Andrew Tate because Andrew Tate wasn't even trying to be funny. And I think he took some of his style and his comedic timing and it just doesn't work. That may sound insane, but if you go back to that podcast episode, the way Tate had him and his wife laughing, he was never the same after that.
I like that for a podcast where you could put on the VR goggles and sit here and you feel like you're just sitting with us talking to us.
That'd be fun.
That would be
Yeah, I'd
really
like
fun.
that.
Geez, Bert, it's hard enough watching the podcast through my phone. The last thing I want to do is feel like I'm actually there in the room with you. The episodes of Two Bears with Bert get the lowest views, so his solution is to make a more immersive experience. Even his wife can't stand him anymore. Come on, buddy, get with the program. It's almost over. I mean, now he's even getting trolled by OF models. If you're out of the loop, and honestly, who could blame you, Bert came up with the idea in their first episode back from the summer break to start his own OF page and manage a few models that he can control and tell them what to do. You know, 'cause comedian. But unfortunately, they don't seem to be taking him seriously.
It could be more dimensional than just a simple OF. I'd be open to candidly sharing procedures I
How is this ever even taken seriously in the first place? They're just throwing shit at the wall, creating rumors, and thriving off of it.
want, sharing stories from my past, etc., etc. I think I'd come in more like the Tom of OF, where I enjoy the craft and experience as opposed to being
They're just yapping for buckets of money. But in the slop industrial complex, I mean, it makes perfect sense. They yap, then commentators yap, and then Philion yaps.
driven by fame and attention like Bert. Okay,
Well, pass on her.
she's attractive. Are you seeing?
No, I'm fucking stuck on that last sentence.
Yeah, it's a slopception. It's an Ouroboros.
Oh,
She really thinks that I'm just stuck on fame and
And then they yap back about the yap, and the cycle repeats. Now you guys understand the tech.
attention.
well, I mean, she's not, she's not crazy.
The difference between you and $1 million is your ability to yap. It's true.
I mean, it was playful. I don't think she meant it like super serious. Just a little bit. Okay. All right. Is there another one we need to see?
Some would call this the infinite money glitch.
Hey, let's see the next one.
Set up my OF page, please, Bert. He just targeted you.
What? I
Please,
think we got to
Bert.
readdress our fans' relationships with us.
Please pimp me, Bert. It's just for you, bro.
God, he's got a great.
It's pretty crazy.
There's that awkward moment when Bert realizes in real time that he's being trolled by his fans. And finally he says, we've got to readdress our fans' relationship with us. And that right there is the problem.
I feel like their own fans are holding them hostage. They can't quit because they're making a lot of money. And if they try to pivot, they have no audience.
Bert still thinks people look up to him. He doesn't realize the comments and DMs hyping him up aren't genuine support. They're being ironic. These people aren't laughing with him anymore. They're laughing at him. And now the models he wants to exploit for content are giving him the same treatment.
I said that. That's the intuition and foresight you're getting at thirdeyeglobalkick.com/Philion.
Mocking him to his face while he's too dumb and desperate to notice. This is the guy who calls a US comedy tour with 2 shows in Canada a world
You know what? Bert Kreischer didn't go to Riyadh, so bro's actually a chiller.
tour. I wish just once he'd do a full tour without hiring any of his buddies and just use local openers at every show. No tour bus, just straight up stand-up comedy with no frills. But at least Bert has a reputation for being a good father. That's one thing that no one can take away from him, right? Bert's always been there for his girls and put them first, even before himself and his illustrious comedy career.
If I focus my energy on
Phil should adapt and become a yapper. Bro, what do you think I've been doing for my entire time on YouTube?
something, whatever it is, I can get better at stuff. I'll start off sucky, but
Yeah.
you keep working at it, and eventually you get. Some people never learn that.
Well, it'd be nice if they could also focus on being a parent. Like, I feel like the
Yeah.
women stay loud because they're like, I'm a mother, I'm Mama Bear. You know, so I'm like, it'd be nice if the dads would get off the lazy boy and be like, I'm going to help raise my kids.
They wanted to have a good life.
You know what's weird? Whenever there's a female comedian, I feel like they performatively have changed their voice in such a way where the ways in which they speak are set up that everything's like a punchline or an imitation, which is like an inherently masculine thing to do. So they co-opt the riffing with the boys conversation style. I mean, this is high IQ analysis.
And life just f***ing cracked them in the dick every time they made a move.
Yeah.
You know, they got their car repossessed. Oh, Jesus. Credit cards.
There's got to be something biological, though, that makes a man not. Like, you have the pride. Bert Kreischer, I just talked about it. Like, you guys have the pride in your children. Hardcore. Like, as soon as I met you, you showed me a photo of your daughter. You know what I mean? Like, but I do feel like there are a lot of men who are like, that's not my responsibility.
Like, why can't there be feminine, girly, unicorn, rainbow women? Why does it always have to be vocal fry?
That's right, Bert is first and foremost a family man. He's the type of guy who doesn't drink the night before his daughter's softball game so he can be up bright and early to drive her there and cheer her on. Bert's the type of guy who buys his wife and daughters
Yeah, a lot of female comedians just have that chain smoker aesthetic.
Christmas presents before even thinking about himself. He would never divulge personal information or intimate stories about his wife and kids in his comedy shows because he values their privacy and dignity above all else. When his daughter first got her period, he offered to throw her a period party just to make her feel a little bit better and make it all that little bit easier. So even though
Joey Diaz speaks of how you become a female comedian. Oh, that's dark.
Bert's a drunken hack who's run out of material, his wife's banging his trainer while the cats watch, and he's one Porosos cocktail away from choking in his sleep, at least he's a good father. Just ask him, he'll tell you.
Tom is always like, I gotta get home and see my kids.
It's true. He's always like,
They're gonna fucking be there forever.
yeah.
Family's a higher priority for Tom. You know what I mean?
Is it though? I only shop for me. Like when I'm shopping, I only think about what I want. Like I go, what are we getting Bert today?
Like you never see something in the store, you're like, oh, that's Tom, or that's Leanne.
No.
Oh wow.
I go, I wonder if they have that in a men's size. My dog.
It's odd. I think it's a millennial chungus or Gen X thing. I don't think the boomers are guilty of this at all. Where when they have kids, they make being a parent their entire personality. Oh, I have kids. I have to spend time with my kids. Kids are the most important thing in the world. Like, I get it. But I don't want to see you sacrifice yourself and your identity just because you want, like, moral points in being a good parent. Like, you should just be a good parent as the status quo. That's baseline. See, the boomers were like, get out of my fucking face. Yeah, see? Go mow the lawn.
Daughters are Leanne's children. They're not my children. They're Leanne's children. Like, I show up, but, like, I'm just...
You know what it is? I think it's because when parents have children, they use it as a convenient excuse as to why they can't do things on their own. Like, I can't. Gotta be with the kids. Nah. I think it's like a retreating defense mechanism, which can manifest into some snake behavior.
Another one of her kids. I'm the equivalent to one of her dogs or a cat.
Bert Kreischer, I just talked about it. Like, you
Yeah, it's an easy out.
guys have the pride in your children. But I do feel like there are a lot of men who are like, that's not my responsibility.
Oh, that's crazy.
How do you want your kids to talk about you when you're older or long and gone, right? What words would they say right now? And what words would you want them to say? You know what I mean?
What do you think they would say?
Oh, not good.
No.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think,
Like, look, I'm not old enough / mature enough to realize the idea of being a parent is the greatest thing in the world. Like, I can understand that. Ideologically, it's probably transcendental to have a child. I just don't like the enshittification of parenting. They act like they're curing fucking cancer by having a kid. Sorry, I'm hard stuck, one-shotted by this whole idea.
I don't think they'd be like, he was fun as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He was,
That's it.
Yeah, I loved him. He was fun as fuck. Yeah.
Why is that?
I have a joke that I've written that it happened to me. And, you know, you're the one that kind of created the joke. It's better than anything I've ever written because the punchline is just 2 words. And I don't need to say anything other than I'm so proud of this joke. I don't love anything the way I love stand-up. The feeling, only us, meaning...
I think it's tied to the identity. That's it.
Like me, you, Louis, Stanhope, Rogan, Shane.
When in reality, you should be a Renaissance man. You should be covering all angles. You should be a great parent. You should be fit. You should be smart. You should be handsome. You should have charisma. You should be mysterious. You should be authentic.
We only us, real, true, pure stand-ups, know the joy in figuring something out and making it funny and then tweaking it to make it more funny.
There is no thrill like figuring out a joke. It is the most fun.
It's better than a phone call from my daughter.
See?
Can I tell you the craziest?
Sure.
Can I tell you the craziest story, Tom?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's biggest achievement is convincing everyone that he's a stand-up comedian. By far the most triggering thing Bert said in that whole compilation of him explaining why he's a dogshit fuck.
Dropping absolute hammers, bunker buster bombs on kick.com/Philion. Thanks to our CFO. You're not allowed around these parts without that sub badge. But have no fear.
Other was the part where he explained the art of stand-up comedy and included himself, Tom, and Rogan with some of the best comedians in the world. That is elite levels of delusion. The mental gymnastics required to say that with a straight face is crazy. Yet somehow, while tall and funny scientist Joe Rogan has been convincing everyone that he's a comedian, Bert's been convincing everyone that he's a good dad. And look.
How is Bert still fat as fuck, bro? He has access to every gym, home gym, fitness trainers, personal chefs, etc. Because money is an amplifier. If you're a fat slug before you fall into piles of cash, how do you think you're going to turn out?
I wouldn't give him shit for it if he didn't brag about it all the time. These guys are the ones who overshare every single...
Dude, it couldn't be easier, okay? It's actually easy. You can get by with the bare minimum. Start by walking. Lift some weights. It won't kill you. I mean, my God.
Single week, flexing about all these different things and then contradict themselves 5 minutes later. However, it's not just...
There's nothing more disgusting to me than comfort. Ew.
Just the things Bert says about his wife and kids that show how delusional and out of touch he's become. Ever since they came back from that disastrous summer break, Bert's been trying to be edgy and controversial, but he just comes off as a creep. But at least he knows it. Things are just getting weird now.
I wanted to write this as a joke, but I didn't because it just seems creepy, but I don't mind telling you it. The last time I was in New York, I took the subway and I saw a girl holding a baby, and I was like, wow, I've gotten old. She is way too young to have a baby. And then she started breastfeeding. I was like, nah, she's not too old. And I watched her breastfeed.
Oh my God.
Sunglasses on. I was like, she's not too old. She's got to be at least 20, right? 25, 26. She put a cover on. But
you still were locked in.
Yeah, I was still dialed in. Just.
Yeah.
No. What? Huh?
What part of your brain was like, oh, just let that person do that in private?
No, I scooted over, sat next to her. I was like, hi, I'm Bert. She was like, I'm breastfeeding. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's your name and you're doing it. Hey, I'm thirsty. You got an extra one over there.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's not real. That's not a real interaction that happened.
That's cool. Is that one of your searches? Do you like breastfeeding videos?
No. Have you seen Freeze?
Freeze?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's I'll break it down for you. Girl's having a problem with her remote control in her hotel room, and the maintenance guy comes up and she berates him, right? She's like, listen, you piece of shit. This remote hasn't worked the entire time. I've been messing with it. And he goes, well, I have a new remote. And it freezes her. And then she's like this. And then he just proceeds to undress her and
the whole time.
That's it. And then he'll unfreeze her and she'll be like, wait, what are we? And then he'll freeze her again. It's kind of interesting.
It's kind of fun because it toys with no consent.
It toys with it, but they always consent towards the end.
Right.
Like
Isn't it consensual non-consent or non-consensual consent? No, it's not the R word.
Unfreeze him, and the girl's like, how did you know this is what I wanted? Yeah, you know.
Right.
Freeze.
They call it free use. Dude, women need to, you know what? I'm going to zip my mouth and throw away the key.
Freeze. Yeah, freeze.
Bert's punchline is, I'm a creep, how cool is that?
Phil, I just came back from having a shower with cheeky soap. What the hell are we watching? That reminds me, if you guys want to get the new Sunday Scaries scent from Cheeky, go to usecheeky.com/Philion. It has hints of vanilla ice cream with a heavy grit. You'll be silky, soft, and smooth, smelling fresh in no time. That's usecheeky.com/Philion.
But saying all that shit with 2 daughters in college is crazy work. And with all that context about his wife not wanting to sleep with him anymore and his new obsession with his VR headset, this isn't some midlife crisis. He's in a downward spiral and he's going to end up alone at the end of it. Just like Joe Rogan, almost
I think he'll be all right, bro. I think Bert Kreischer's actually just going to do just fine. He's killing it. He's the machine.
Everyone in Bert's life is on his payroll. He doesn't have any genuine friendships anymore. And it used to be fun watching Bert toe the line.
Would I send you a gift basket with my merch, the soap, and some, I can't say that word because it's top secret, 100p. Send the Addy and I got you.
And between harmless man-child and functioning alcoholic. But now the party's almost over, the lights are turning on. He's going to end up standing in the middle of the room with no shirt on, telling the machine story to whoever will listen. You can't call yourself a family man and a proud girl dad while perving on a 20-something-year-old mother breastfeeding and joking about how consent doesn't matter. This isn't about being offended. The guy is losing the plot in real time, and you can tell Tom Segura's patience is wearing thin too. You just know Tom did the numbers over the summer and figured out a number to offer Bert to buy him out of his share of 2 Bears, 1 Cave so he can hire Chrissy D and Stubby on a permanent basis. This is going to end...
I don't understand why they don't just make another podcast and print more money.
Up being the King and the Sting 2.0. And just imagine if Bert...
you wouldn't get it. It's edgy meta humor.
Bert and Brendan Schaub teamed up for a podcast when Brian Callen stops turning up to the storage unit. This might not be all bad news after all. We could end up with a revamped 2 Bears and the Fighter and the Drunk. Anyway, that's enough Bert slander for today. Make sure you check out the link in the description to my Patreon if you want to see my full breakdown on the Saudi Comedy Festival situation. And if you want to see more cringe outside the podcast universe, head over to my newest channel, More Cringe, and get subscribed.
Hate never comes from people doing better than you. And if that isn't just the truth when it comes to Bert Kreischer, bro stays winning. Hate him or love him, still talked about him. Living in everyone's head rent-free. Lesson in there.